Hey, what's up, guys? I want to do this video based on personal experiences. It's called Finding Your Purpose and Value in Life, and how to find that and why it's important to find it. The reason I feel like it's important is because obviously we do need to live with some passion. We need to live for a bigger reason than ourselves. That's why we look for a religion. That's why we look for kids. That's why we look for a wife. That's why we look for like a community. That's why we look for like a career, you name it, everything you could call. Like that's the stuff that really keeps us moving in life. The reason I feel like we need to do that is because we have to tie it to something bigger than ourselves, an image greater than ourselves. You know, at the end of the day, our image is as small as we are in the world. You know what I mean? And but the only thing that keeps us going is when we attach it to something way larger than ourselves. You know what I mean? Our ego can only take so much. Even though our ego really likes obviously to be big, but your ego can only handle a certain amount. It's not capable of handling so much as people think. Um, you know what I mean? Some people do have some big ass egos. But like even then, some of those people or most of those people will have like something greater in mind to go after because their ego just can't handle it anymore. You just can't take it. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like a balloon. You ever blow air into a balloon? The balloon's just gonna get bigger and bigger, and then at some point you're just gonna pop, or you're just gonna not put as much. You're gonna just stop putting pressure, and once it gets too big, you kind of wait for it to deflate, and then you add more air. Wait for it to deflate. You know what I mean? That's kind of how the ego is. The ego could only get so big. You know what I mean? It's only as big as your body is, but for you to keep going, or for you like as a human being, for you to like keep increasing whatever that value of yourself, you tend to go to something greater than yourself, right? You pick you pick someone or something to dedicate your life and works to, and you just that's what you do, and you get really good at it. And I feel like that's the most important thing in life, that we do things like that, because without it, that's why people come out depressed, that's why people feel miserable, that's why people feel lost. You know what I mean? And I feel like one of the best things I could personally say is when you're lost, look for one thing to attach, something that you're passionate about, anything, and just stick with that one little thing and do it as much as possible. And that way you won't lose, like, because it's like a hurricane, like, you know what I mean? You need like that, you need that one secure place. You need that one place to stay at. And I know that personally because I at a point in my life where like everything was going ballistics, you know what I mean? Like I lost my job, and then I had surgery, and all this stuff was happening with me. And the only thing I knew I liked to do was I liked to dance, obviously, and I love to travel. And you know what I mean? And those two things, I just stuck with those two things. Like, you know what I mean? Even though they don't pay you any money, but you know what I mean? It's something I like, enjoy doing. You know what I mean? And when I travel, I'm not talking about like I'm going to like the Caribbeans and like checking. No, I'm talking about like I'm going into like meet people, like people like who live there, and like hang out with them and eat with them and like ask them questions. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about like, oh yeah, I took a picture with like a pyramid or something like. No, that's not what I mean. So like that really like was something I built on top of. You know what I mean? To be able to like to go somewhere that I have no idea what I'm doing, and just put myself out there to like learn about a new culture and about a new people, and learn how people think, and all this stuff. And that's why I get all my perspectives from those type of situations. You know what I mean? It's all the people that I spoke to who really added to my perspective. You know what I mean? I've only lived so little, and for me to actually like expand my knowledge and understand things from a better perspective is because I speak to other people. It's not because of I mean, like, my personal experiences obviously like rooted me and taught me everything I needed to know to make me who I am as a person and gave me some wisdom of some sort. But like the people who I really met have really showed me what life's about, like to understand it for real, because you're only limited by what you see. You can only see it from one angle. You're not like you can't really grasp it, and like unless you have as many perspectives as you can in the world. I say like a person who really understands the world is a person who's spoken to every person in the world and understood their perspective. Because think of it this way, all these people are an actual perspective in life. They are reality of some sort. You know what I mean? It's God's reality. And God, what he does is he makes, let's say for example, if I were to take like, if I were to take this remote control, right? I could put this in front of 1 billion people. 1 billion people will tell me different things about this remote control. I'm sure 100% people will tell me a lot of different stuff about it. But all of it is true. All of it is true though. And that's what I'm trying to say, like perspective. So like that was something I really held, I grounded myself into, was learning perspectives in life. And I try to like live by that. Like even when I had no money, that had nothing like I could make of myself. But the only thing I was like, I'm gonna just build perspective in life. And then dancing was like something I love doing. It's like I'm passionate about it. And people are like, oh, like you like to dance, like okay, like why do you like it so much? The reason I like it so much is because that's the only time you disconnect your body from your mind. You ever see someone who dances? You think that person's thinking when they're dancing? They have no idea what they're doing. They're just doing it. You know what I mean? Your body has its own brain. That's what people say. It's its own conscious. You know what I mean? So for me, I was like, you know what? I need to get out of my own way because my brain is just stopping me. But like, I'm gonna let my body take the lead, because your body does have a lot of implications in life. Like it does take a big leadership role in your life. You know what I mean? Your mind does play. Your mind and your body, your mind and your heart, obviously are two assets that you need. But a third of it comes from your body, legitimately. Like your body has its own heart, her own like brain and everything besides your actual brain, and you have to follow all three of them. You know what I mean? And then like your gut is in there too. It's like so many different factors you have to follow. But people, we tend to forget like our body does know a lot more than our brain is actually able to actually like understand. And I really want to put this video out because like those two things were the most important things to me. You know what I mean? In times of loss and difficulties, and when I was going through a lot or not understanding where I'm going in life. You know what I mean? I'm still not sure where I'm going, but you know what I mean? I have like an idea of where I want to be. You know what I mean? And that's enough for me. Like it's better than having no clue for me. And I feel like we should all like try to find those one or two things that we're passionate about, and we forget ourselves in. You know what I mean? Like when I go out and I speak to people, even if I meet you like in like not near a dumpster or a bar, but you have some perspective. I want to listen to what you have to say. I want to learn what do you know? What do you know that I don't know? How do you see the world through your eyes? You know what I mean? It's always interesting because they have like their own story, their own beliefs. You know what I mean? My life could have been way different if some one or two, three factors happened to me. If I would have like lost something when I was young.